Let's start by talking through some of the terminology used when we're talking about electric vehicle charging and go through a high-level overview of the technology. First, there's a bit of alphabet soup here.
As with any new topic, there's new jargon, and there are a lot of acronyms. Not only are there different types of cars and associated acronyms, but there are different types of charging station terms as well.
So let's break down those acronyms into two categories, vehicles and chargers. For vehicles, there are three main terms you'll hear. BEV stands for battery electric vehicle. We really don't see that term much, as it means exactly the same thing as EV, or electric vehicle, the term most folks are familiar with. PHEV stands for plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. These have both a battery-powered motor and an internal combustion engine. Both vehicle types can be plugged in. That's different from traditional hybrid electric vehicles, which cannot be recharged from an external source. But as noted, we wanted to focus on chargers. For chargers, there are two terms to know. EVC stands for electric vehicle charger, typically the device that can plug into a vehicle. EVSE refers to electric vehicle supply equipment, which is the balance of equipment, wiring, power supply, controls, and communications for a fully functioning charging station. You may also hear EV capable or EV ready. This refers to the status of a location. EV capable means that enough electrical capacity is installed at the panel to support future EV charging spots. Additionally, there's a dedicated branch circuit to make sure enough power is available for that future charging without overloading the system. EV ready is the next step beyond that, meaning it's EV capable, those requirements are met, but there's also a junction box or even a 240 outlet, like for a clothes dryer, already installed. Finally, EV installed means that fully capable charging equipment is installed and active. Think about your standard gas station. Each station has multiple pumps, and at each pump there are different fuel types. With electric charging stations, the EV supply equipment refers to a device that often looks somewhat like a single gas pump. Like a gas station, you can only fill up or charge one car at a pump or EVSE port. Here, the Alternative Fuels Data Center has done a great job pointing out that charging stations could look very much like our traditional gas pumps, but instead of gallons, you're purchasing watts or kilowatts. In fact, some gas stations now have EV charging stations. But you don't always have to pull into a gas station to charge. You may be pulling into your place of work, or a school or hotel, maybe even your own garage. In this example, how many stations do we have? There's one station. We can see the two posts, which offer 3 EV supply equipment options. And then there are multiple connectors, where each of those ports can have more than one type of plug, because different vehicles may take a different plug configuration. When we talk about EV charging, we often talk about what level it's occurring at, level 1, level 2, or level 3. And that refers to the amount of power that can be delivered at a given time. Level 1 charging is the lowest power option and is often the easiest to do at home. All that you need is a standard grounded 3-prong outlet with about 15 amps of power. And you can see on the left, there's a charging cable, like the kind that comes with most electric vehicles, plugged right into that sort of outlet. This adds 3 to 5 miles per hour, depending on the vehicle. That's how I charge my vehicle at home.
Same as me.
Yeah, it's a little slow, but I don't drive 200 miles a day, so it's no problem. Level 2, and that's a picture I took on a sidewalk in Richmond, Virginia, where someone just had an electrician put a 240 outlet where they could charge their vehicle more quickly at home. And it can deliver 30 to 50 amps of power. It will add, depending on the vehicle, 10 to 15 to 20 miles of range per hour. Level 3 is the high-powered charging that most people are most interested when they're thinking about charging when they're out on the highway. These are called DC fast chargers because they recharge the battery with direct current rather than the alternating current, which the other two options show. And they can be 480 volts, 50 amps of power. And that is going up quickly as manufacturers are looking to add ever more power more quickly. Here's a typical charging cable, such as would come with a new vehicle. And you can buy these off the shelf at automotive stores, big box stores. And you can see it's really just a kind of modified extension cord. And this one has the option where you can connect it either into a 240 outlet or to the 110 outlet. So it's very flexible. You can keep it in your vehicle and you're ready to charge almost anywhere you go. If you're plugging into 120 volt, it'll be slow charging, but slow charging is better than nothing. And we're now seeing where some of these can be even Wi-Fi ready, where they will come with an app and communicate with your phone so that you can set up exactly when you want to charge and if you want to stop charging at 80% of battery capacity, which is often recommended. Here are a few more photos of various home charging scenarios. They all use a dedicated charging device with its own hardwired cable rather than the cable that came with the vehicle. And these devices are hardwired directly into a 240 volt circuit. These also tend to come with an app and a variety of features allowing the user to control when and how much energy is delivered. Often this is to take advantage of time of use rates from the utility. Though I'll mention that now even the vehicles themselves can have that programming potential. I'd say when most folks think about home charging of EVs, this is something they have in mind. And here are some public level 2 charging stations. So 240 volt, not the super fast DC chargers, but not the level 1 slow ones, so in the middle. And these are often found in corporate parking lots, hotel parking lots, see them in shopping centers. And like those devices I just showed for homes, these have the cable hardwired to the charger, and that then plugs into the vehicle to deliver energy. You may note the branding. Historically, Teslas have used a proprietary plug design, so only Tesla vehicles could plug into those chargers. But that's changing. In 2024, plug adapters were made available to enable non-Tesla EVs to plug into the Tesla chargers. The charger shown here is a DC fast charger. You also can see the 3 different types of direct current plugs, the type you'd find at these high voltage stations. The CCS design is used by the great majority of electric vehicles. So there's a lot of effort going into making all chargers and vehicles able to use those plugs, at least via an adapter like the one shown. Electric current is a universal medium, and there's really no technical reason for the plug configuration to be exclusive.